Thank you for contacting Fidelity Investments. My name is Ryan Severy with Client Services.
Since you guys are also recording the phone calls, I am also on my side just to be aware.
Okay, yeah, thank you for that.
Okay.
And I've got your accounts pulled up and verified through our voice system. How can I be of assistance today?
Yes, I just called and spoke to ComputerShare, which is the transfer agent for both, I think, GameStop and AMC, the two main stocks that I hold in my account at the moment. Can you confirm, at least if for AMC at the moment, if that's correct?
So you are trying to transfer shares from ComputerShare over to us?
So basically, let me kind of just give you an explanation of what I'm trying to find out. Since ComputerShare was not able to confirm the information for me, since the rep that I spoke with confirmed with me that they only deal with the stocks being traded on the New York Stock Exchange, and I'm looking to see what the actual real price and the type of shares that AMC lists in Brazil. I guess it's ADR conversions. So I was wondering, like, if you could tell me what the current price is, if you know, I want to somehow trade that way.
So you're looking to purchase on an international exchange?
Yeah, I just actually need a confirmation because when I'm looking at the quote online for the international stock symbol for AMC, it's I'm sorry, one second, I'll give you the exact stock ticker symbol here for the Brazil market. It's A is in Alpha 2, M is in Mike, C is in Charlie 34 is the stock ticker symbol for the Brazil market for AMC Entertainment. So I was wondering if you could confirm if that's, you know, the price that it's currently showing, which is currently 31.57 Brazilian dollars. If that's actually truly Brazilian dollars or if that's actually United States dollars, because it's kind of confusing, and then, you know, this is research that I'm looking to use to make my stock decisions on buying and selling.
Yeah, I understand that. I am on the equity trading team, but I can get you over to our international trading team, and they would be able to help tease out those details for you, okay? Perfect. So bear with me.
Thank you for calling Fidelity International Trading. My name is Matthew Connor. Could I start with your first and last name, please? Thank you very much. How can we help today?
Yes. Since you guys are the international trading team, I have a question in regards to the AMC stock in Brazil specifically. Right. I don't know if you need the stock ticker symbol for there, or if you already have access to that information. If not, I can give that to you.
Sure. No, I can get it. What's your question about the trade in Brazil?
Okay. Well, right now, currently, in the Brazil market, according to like Market Watch, Wall Street Journal, and, you know, any other site that basically gives stock quotes on the Brazil market also, it currently shows that about 31.35 is the current AMC price, but it looks like it's in the Brazilian dollars. So I wanted to confirm if that's truly the case and that's not actually listed as US dollars at the moment when we're looking at those prices, because we're really confused, and it's we need, you know, accurate information to make obviously informed trading decisions. So.
Mm-hmm.
And then also I needed to confirm.
Yeah, no, I'm happy to look at it.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I'm definitely happy to look at what this is trading in the Brazilian market. I know that they recently listed there.
Yes.
Yeah.
But also, my second question to that, also after, I guess depending on the answer you gave me from the first question that I had. So my second question for that would be, if that truly is the actual Brazilian dollar rate, that would break down to about right now $5.70-ish or 69 cents or something like that,
right.
US dollars, right? At the current exchange rate, and
yeah.
You know, I just wanted to confirm because, like I said, you know, when we look at it, we assume it's in USD, but when we look at international markets, I'm assuming it's supposed to be all listed in their local currency. So, you know, as to not be confused with both of us looking at each other's charts, right, from each other's countries. So, you know, that would just make one huge confusion between everybody.
Right. Yeah. So this as I can see it, the Brazilian stock, A2MC34, trading in Sao Paulo, is a depository receipt.
Okay.
Okay. One of those receipts represents, what is that? The sixth of a share.
1/6 of a share.
Yeah.
For
So the trade price, generally when you're talking about depository receipts, those will kind of track approximately what the relative ratio of the receipt to the share is.
Okay, so so what would that technical price be right now at that moment? Since you say it's 1/6, so is the advertised price 31.35? The 1/6 of that, or is that
31.35 is the trade price of the stock. That's in Brazilian real.
Correct. Okay.
And so that represents what, like $5.80 approximately?
Yeah, something like that with the exchange.
Yeah. So that's generally what's happening there. Yeah.
So you take that $5.80 and times that by 6, right? Which gives us about stock price trades right now.
Yeah. There's going to be some deviation between markets there, but that's generally the case.
Oh, okay. And then when you guys are, also, so this is technically a Class A share and not a Class B share. I don't know how it works in the Brazilian market, if it's the same compared to U.S. markets.
So neither, right? It's a depository receipt. You know what one of those is?
Yeah. It's what you guys have to issue to the other country in order for them to sell the stock inside their country, right? Because it represents the American asset.
So it represents really a bank account, right? So whatever the institution, without doing a ton of digging here, whichever institution has issued this, they have put a bunch of shares of AMC
into
on deposit, right?
Okay. Yeah.
They have a bank account with a ton of AMC shares in it, and they have issued securities in the Brazilian market that represent a share of that bank account. Now, with the thing with depository receipts, not always convertible. It depends on the issuer whether or not they will allow you to convert into the ordinary shares or not.
Oh wow, okay, that's interesting.
But it would be okay. There are plenty of issuers that operate with closed books.
Oh wow, okay.
This one especially is not a sponsored ADR of any kind, so it's not with the cooperation of AMC.
Oh wow, really? Okay.
Right. So, whether or not the bank that has these shares on deposit allow you to convert the receipt into shares is up to them.
Yeah, because of the fact that they're not in cooperation with AMC, and I'm assuming that if they were, AMC would allow it. I mean, I don't see for what reason they wouldn't, right?
Most sponsored operations do. Yeah. It depends on where things fit. Not all.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I mean, this particular thing that's trading in Brazil is a separate instrument from the ordinary shares. It's kind of a derivative instrument, but it's a separate instrument, and so it's not going to track the pricing of a share trading in the U.S. market specifically.
Oh wow!
Right? They
really?
can come apart, but it is going to be approximately. Within that. Yeah, it should be.
Yeah, it should be.
Approximately within that 1/6 range.
Oh, okay. Usually within 1/6 range, okay. But it can deviate more for whatever odd reason.
Right.
Okay.
Can be more or less. Yeah.
Oh wow. So so let me just make sure I get all this information. Well, that's pretty awesome, though. I mean, I do get it. I just want to make sure I'm understanding it properly. So if I could just kind of quickly explain it to you, and if you could just confirm if I'm on the right track or if I'm misunderstanding something. So basically, each ADR is worth 1/6 of a share, which the current price of 1/6 in their dollars is $31.35, which, like you said, breaks down to about $5.80 or so right now at the moment. So I would have to take that. Technically, if I wanted to get an equivalent of the AMC share in the U.S., I would times that $31.35 by 6, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so U.S. share, and then the ADR basically represents a bank account, and since they are not not in cooperation with AMC directly, they put those shares, however they obtain them, into that deposit account, and then since they're not, most likely they're not going to, convert these shares to, U.S. shares, even if you do the 1/6 conversion ratio, right?
Yeah. I mean, normally you can ask an issuer to convert, and give you the shares from the account, but it depends on the issuer whether or not they'll do it. So.
And then you also said that the ADRs over there, since it's technically like an extension of the stock, the original stock, right? That they kind of almost claim as their own. So it's like kind of like, hey, I bought shares. Like you said, it's kind of like another vehicle or instrument where they just stick a stock, just basically like a mutual fund, but basically, or like an ETF or something, and they just stick nothing but AMC shares inside, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. But when this trades in their market, does it affect our market, or is it only the other way around, where our market affects their price only?
Well, generally, there's going to be some reciprocity between them. I mean, not a ton, though, especially between the U.S. and Brazil. I mean, trying to get to a situation where you can arbitrage a price difference efficiently would be difficult, right?
True.
So
yeah, because of the way that it's being held in ADR, right?
Yep.
Yeah, that's what complicates the whole situation, basically, almost.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yeah.
and then also with reporting, clearly that number does that number get reported into the overall U.S. stock numbers, or they keep their own independent numbers within their own country?
So the numbers that would be reported in the U.S. stock would be the numbers of shares that this particular issuer has on deposit.
Correct. Yeah.
The shares of the ADR would not.
Oh, okay. So if that trades up and down like crazy or super slow, then it doesn't matter to us, because it wouldn't affect it, since it's done through ADR and it not directly through the AMC stock itself, which technically belongs on the New York Stock Exchange, right?
Right.
Damn. Okay. Wow. That's really interesting. So basically, if I really wanted to, and if I was an institution over there, I can actually just do exactly the same thing. Just buy a bunch of shares, AMC shares, stick it into my own ETF or something like that, right? Some kind of vehicle, and then not even affect or have to even report any of those shares, like in how they're being traded, since they're done through ADR to the New York Stock Exchange, obviously to affect the bid-ask pricing through our market, since they're not even technically like connected that way.
Right. Yeah, because it is a separate security, so it would be registered separately from the actual AMC stock.
So do you think it really has any negative impact on the United States, like shares at all, or the stock price? I mean, I'm assuming from everything you told me, it doesn't sound like it should, since it's traded as an ADR and not as an actual direct stock.
Yeah, I mean, they're separate securities.
Yeah, okay, that makes total sense. I mean, I don't know how we got a lot confused about, of course, I'm talking with other investors that we're all in it too, but we have this huge confusion on this bit of information. Wonderful, sounds great.
Right.
Yeah, that cleared everything up, really.
No, certainly happy to help. I'm a little curious.
One more question.
Yeah.
Do you, on your side, on your system for international, when it lists the, what number am I looking for here? Give me one second. picture here. I just need to find it real quick. When it comes to their market share, looking at it right now, what does it say? It comes out to, what is that, like 101 billion or something like that? Is that right?
Were we talking about AMC?
Yeah, for AMC in the Brazilian market.
Oh, in the Brazilian market.
Yeah, not in the U.S. market at the moment.
I'll see what I can find. That one I don't know.
Yeah, let me see. Give me a second.
I can't imagine. I mean, if it's 101 billion, my guess is that's going to be reals because I mean the total market cap of AMC is 18 billion.
Yeah, correct. And then because normally when you look at any stock quote on any financial website that reports this information, its market cap is usually always reported in dollars, right? And then you got to divide it by the current or last share price to figure out how much shares that totals out to. Yeah,
I mean, last time I looked, AMC had about 500 million shares out.
Correct. 513
yeah.
in the United States. Well, yeah, total. Just total.
Yeah, total. Total ordinary shares of the company out. Yeah.
So the number that you would see on your side, on your menu for the total market cap, is that going to be a representation of the actual, like, AMC market, like U.S. market cap number, or is that their own number? Like, because you remember how you said that it's traded through as an ADR. So what number are we looking at when they report that number on this site? Since it's all supposed to, I mean, it's all in their dollars. So.
Yeah. What site are you looking at? Just out of curiosity.
Okay. So right now, just for example, I'm looking at Market Watch. I was looking also at a Wall Street Journal site too. And then there was also one more.
Yeah. So any market cap, you know, for example, like let's pull up Market Watch, right?
Oh, actually, let's look
at
the
pricing of
Bloomberg. Actually, was the one because that's the one that we were kind of like looking at for AMC.
Okay.
So we can both look at the same exact.
Right.
That one had the market cap, I believe.
So I mean, AMC. So anytime you're looking at the market cap of an ADR, it's security specific. So the ADR market cap is going to be quoted for that receipt.
For that ADR receipt,
and
right? Yeah. Okay.
So it's going to be market specific for that receipt.
Okay.
And it's more than likely going to be quoted in, for most financial news websites, it's going to be quoted in the same currency that the quote's given. So if you are looking at something that's priced 31.5, R dollar sign, then everything that's going to be below that is going to be priced in Brazilian reals.
Yeah, that makes total sense.
Right, but the market capitalizations are going to be different between that and AMC because they're separate securities.
Yeah. Okay. What does it say? Fortunately, I hate Bloomberg because Bloomberg actually forces you to pay for their service on their website.
Right. Yeah.
To see some basic information sometimes. Dang it. Do you see a market cap number on your screen at all for when you look at? Since I can't get into that Bloomberg site, I guess I visited too many times for free, and then after that, it just locks.
Right. So currently, let me see here. I don't. See what I got. Information. offerings. Sure, why people involved in this. All right.
Actually, was able to see it on Bloomberg. So, like, looking at Bloomberg right now, shares outstanding is 3.08 billion. So that is that a number? That's literally shares. Obviously, that's not market cap. So market cap, I think, was at 101 billion. Oh, actually, right here, 96.034 billion is what I'm looking at.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So that's going to be 96.034 billion Brazilian dollars, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and then I would take that and divide it by. Oh god, it's confusing because you say each ADR is going to be worth 31.35 BR. So
Right.
Do I
So again, I would just want you to disentangle.
Oh, sorry.
I would want you to disentangle in your mind the market cap of the ADR.
Yeah.
And the market cap of the shares. Market cap is security specific.
Yeah.
All right. And so the fact that, this has a market cap of 101 billion reals doesn't really have much to do with the market cap of AMC shares.
It's the ADRs. Okay.
Right.
That's interesting. So that's kind of confusing if you're looking at it from a different country, right? Because, I mean, you're used to seeing the market cap is literally just a representation of the stock price and divided to get the total shares. And, of course, whenever you see on our charts for any American stock in the U.S. market, looking at the shares outstanding, that's literally the actual shares and not the ADRs.
Right.
So... Yeah. To figure out how many shares that is, I need to take the 3.8 billion and divide that by 6, right? To equal one U.S. share. Is that the number?
Right. Yeah. So. Yeah. So that 3.8. In terms of how many shares this particular security has issued.
Yeah.
Generally, if it's 3.8 billion total shares outstanding. Then there'd be, 630 something million shares on deposit, right?
And that's
or at least, divided by, point whatever. So there'd be at least in terms of shares outstanding, the represented value of those shares on deposit. Now, whether or not that's in the deposit account, how that's structured, I mean, I would take a look at their prospectus to see kind of what's there.
How would I get access to that prospectus? Oh, and before I actually answer that question, so I did take that 3.8 billion number divided by 6, 1/6 of a share, which each ADR, which you said represents, and it gave me a total number of about 513,313,333. Oh no, yeah, 333. So just 333 all the way down, basically to make 513 million, right?
Right.
So that represents 513 million US AMC shares. Wow. So they have more.
I mean, there's a lot there. So they say that at least in terms of at least what's listed there, they have more shares than are currently listed as out with the company. Now, whether or not that.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense.
The data here is correct. That's certainly strange looking. Yeah.
So that is something that's not common, and this is something that's really off, isn't it?
Right.
Looking at it,
it looks a little weird.
On the surface.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Damn, that's really weird. So that's just kind of what the hell is going on? Okay. And then, sorry, back to that other question, I guess, that I was asking before I kind of unfortunately interrupted you there. Or actually, what?
Sure. Yeah. Sorry. What was that interesting?
It's so weird. For sure, I forgot what it was. Hopefully, I can remember. But you did give me pretty much all the information that I mostly wanted, except for probably that one thing. I didn't think it was nearly as important as all the other stuff that you had already given me. Damn, that's pretty awesome. Okay. So yeah, if I can somehow remember that, I'll give you guys a call back. I mean, you've been so informative already.
Yeah.
And, actually, I am recording this phone call. I already let the original person that first picked up when I called you guys. Since you guys record me, so I just do the same thing just so I can go back for memory purposes. Like, you told me a lot of info, so it's good for me to recall later on.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. So thank you so much once again. Like I said, once I get that other question down a little bit later, I'll give you guys a call back and ask that at that time.
Perfect.
Wonderful.
Sounds good, Mr. Tom. All right, thank you.
Thank you. You have a great day.
You have a great day.
Thank you. Bye-bye now.
Bye.
Thank you for contacting Fidelity Investments. My name is Ryan Severy with Client Services.
Since you guys are also recording the phone calls, I am also on my side just to be aware.
Okay. Yeah, thank you for that.
Okay.
And I've got your accounts pulled up and verified through our voice system. How can I be of assistance today?
Yes, I just called and spoke to ComputerShare, which is the transfer agent for both, I think, GameStop and AMC, the two main stocks that I hold in my account at the moment. Can you confirm, at least if for AMC at the moment, if that's correct?
So you are trying to transfer shares from ComputerShare over to us?
So basically, let me kind of just give you an explanation of what I'm trying to find out. Since ComputerShare was not able to confirm the information for me, since the rep that I spoke with confirmed with me that they